Hey everyone, my name is Tarun and I'm from India. Now, I have always wanted to be a physics educator right from the time I was born. Well, actually, that's not true. When I was in school, I was great at math, so I wanted to be a chartered accountant. What changed was in grade 10, I was attending a post school course where the professor was teaching about light. And he just asked one simple question. He said, "Okay, Tarun, you can see the pot behind me, right?" And I said, "Yes." And he asked, "Okay, if the pot is there and existing, why can't I see it?" Right? It's a very simple question. And I said, "Okay, it's behind you, so you can't see it. But what does that even mean?" It actually has a very important scientific phenomena behind it. It's called rectilinear propagation of light, which just means light travels in a straight path. So if the pot is behind me, the light from the pot, the plant or the leaf, can't really bend and enter into my eye. And people see something when light enters into their eyes, right? So that's why when I bring the pot in front of me, then the light bouncing off the plant actually enters my eye and hence I can see it. This is a bit of detail, but this connection between this question of whether I can see the pot behind me or not and this chapter called light really amused me. Like, oh, one simple question actually sparked a great interest in me that day. And since then, I wanted to become a physics student, right? And hence, I studied physics later on. I did my bachelor's in physics and then my master's in physics, and then I published a research paper and so on. But the fact is, all this happened because of this one simple question. And that is what I attribute it to. Anything that you learn, if you start learning it in terms of questions, you start asking questions and then answer it, you ask another question and then answer it. That is a very profound way of learning things, because you're not just reading facts and then accepting as it is. You're actually asking questions because it's confusing in your mind. Like, can something like this really happen? And then you're answering it. So there's like a closed loop of a question and an answer in your brain, and your brain feels happy, right? So this is called inquiry-based learning. So any simple concept, you can start learning it by asking the right questions of why, how, and what. And this is what I want to do in this channel. I want to bring up very simple science concepts, science experiments. Like, I'm sure you would have seen it in multiple other YouTube channels, even in your schools. But I want to reiterate it. Like, I want to bring it again in a fresh perspective. I want to see the exact same thing. Why does an apple fall? It's the same apple and it falls, and people say gravity. But how do you even think about it? Are there different ways of thinking about it? Then if there are, we will see how else we can think about a single thing and then arrive at the best explanation possible. Well, best is not the right word, but at least an explanation which makes sense to you, right? So that's what really matters, if it makes sense to you. So in science, I think you need to have multiple hypotheses for a single thing, and then you test it out, and then you learn by way of testing and validating your results. And that is the scientific temperament, the scientific method of learning something. And in this YouTube channel, I want to make videos about science experiments and science phenomena and look at it in different lenses. That's why it's called Perspective Shift, the channel name, right? So I want to look at things in different perspectives and see if it makes sense. And if it does, I want to help teachers who are watching this YouTube channel to actually go and try these out in classrooms and spread the knowledge of inquiry-based learning, because students, when they learn by asking questions, retain it a little bit longer for application. And that is what we need. I hope you found some value in this introduction, and I hope you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more videos on how to turn everyday science concepts into inquiry-based learning for your classroom. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. See you.